Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, it's that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I am joined by my lovely co-host from South Canada, Quiet Michael.
That's right, Eric. It's me.
Please like and subscribe for that performance alone. And we are going to have some funny memes for you. But first, a patented, trademark, copyrighted, absolutely essential part of every show, a little protection spell, because god damn it, the world is evil and I'm just being infected. With that protection spell in place, of course, that means it's time for the depressing news.
We're number one in depressing news.
Brought to you by Guillotine Life. Guillotine Life. Imagine what it could be like. Oh, and no kings. Because no gods, no masters, and no fucking kings. We're Americans. That's the way we roll. You might remember the No Kings protest happened back in June. I know that's like a million years ago in COVID years, but 5 million people participated across the country and made a very big protest backed by American Federation of Teachers, Social Security Works, communication workers, etc. Basically because, democracy is worth defending. Just a little reminder. Oh, and there is another march coming up, a No Kings March on October 18th. So, go to nokings.com or something and, figure it out, people. You're smart. Facebook for the Blind, of course, is always got to have the essential component of the depressing news. I know it's October 7th, which is a terrible, October 7th, a terrible anniversary, but I can't quite put my finger on what it is. Oh, that's right. It was that night that Ella Fitzgerald spent the night in a Houston jail cell for singing to an integrated audience. So I'd just like to take a moment to be reverent about that and think about how far we've come. Hey, the United States is having its little
No, dude.
what?
No.
What? What?
It's also the anniversary of a horrific fucking attack on the people who lived in Israel.
Yes. And oh yes.
I know I understood the joke. I'm just morally opposed to it. So if we're going to talk about it being an anniversary, it was like 1,400 people died today.
I just want to say that Michael always makes everything funnier.
That's what I do, man. That's what I
Hey,
do. Today is a fucking dark tragedy.
uh,
Dark and tragic day
the thing
for
is,
all our comedy fans.
it's just getting blended in because there are so many dark and horrible days all the time. So anyway, Gavin Newsom is trolling the president in an incredible way and has just tweeted and said that he will instantly cut funding at any California colleges that sign Trump's pact because basically the president would like a loyalty oath, and Newsom's like, no California state money if you sign a loyalty pact. So way to go, Newsom. Border Patrol has raided citizens throughout Chicago, including rappelling onto an entire apartment building and taking every single person in the building into custody, trashing their rooms, breaking down their doors, leaving their property exposed. A lot of people's property was stolen. Many former military veterans said this was a raid. This was an invasion. This was, they zip-tied naked children and put them into a pickup truck at 3 in the morning in Chicago. This is just blatant domestic terrorism and absolutely insane. This was in light of mass shootings, of course, that happened in Michigan, Texas, Louisiana, and North Carolina last weekend. So the president decided that we need to send troops to Portland because that because that checks out. In an update, some kind of high level judge has put a stop to it. I don't know what that is. They sued or something. I don't know how you can do that, but a judge stopped them from going to Portland, which yay. I mean, how come we couldn't stop them in Chicago? Anyway, how about some entertainment news, dude? I just freaking love this, man. Selena Gomez married Benny Blanco, And I like both of them. I like both of their music, and I don't want to know anything bad about them. I'm just gonna just savor this joy. And speaking of important weddings, Michael, my friend, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Tyler and Aaron are getting married. Yes, Tyler, founding Zaddy and
No,
godfather of the show, is gonna marry
we don't
Aaron,
say that
his
word.
better half, and the reception is gonna be at the Old Blind Pig. It's in the house rest because they met there. I'm
It's
like, oh my,
great.
I know. Anyway, little bit of joy in the depressing news. Meanwhile, Fox is getting ripped again because they've been using this masked man that they're like former Antifa member. Apparently, he's also appeared as a, former BLM member, former I don't just they use him for everything, and it's like you got to be kidding me. Brett Marcellus is just like, yeah, seems legit. Former Antifa member in a mask who looks like all the other masked guys on Fox. Jesse Waters is a douchebag. Uh, this afternoon, as you know, we are in day 7 of the government shutdown. And the president answered the question whether or not he was going to pay people their back pay while furloughed. And he said, maybe some of them. So that's, I don't know, just add it to your list of illegal, crazy stuff that's never happened before. People are still talking about his address to the generals a few days ago, where he basically just like rambled. I saw images of close-ups of generals' hands who were taking notes, and they just put them down. They just gave up. It's like literally nothing. To give you a sample of some of the things they didn't take notes on, the president talked about the dangers of climbing stairs. That's right. He said, "I'm very careful, when I walk downstairs, and when I'm on stairs, I walk very slowly. Nobody has to set a record. Just try not to fall because it doesn't work out well. Because stairs, very, very dangerous, and you know who's going to understand that better than anybody? Generals. He's traumatically scarred from the escalator. He's like escalators are fine, but stairs could kill you. Moving on, well, I cannot believe this, but I've always tried to do my best to highlight comedians and evangelize comedy. And lo and behold, comedians are now like central to the news. They've like achieved importance, and I don't know. I just feel like a stand-up evangelical hipster. Like, dude, I was into stand-up comedy. I knew it was important before like anybody. So anyway, Stephen Colbert appeared on Jimmy Kimmel's show, and Jimmy Kimmel appeared on Stephen Colbert's show. And one of the highlights that I was definitely hoping to get TD's response to was the gifts. They exchanged some gifts and did toasts. And here was the gift that Kimmel presented to Stephen, which was a delightful bong. Look at this thing. I'm not sure exactly what all's going on. It's the Statue of Liberty, but the torch is on top of its head, and it appears to be the thing that you would put your mouth on. The mask looks kind of like a transformer, I think. Like like it's silver and spiky, but still somehow Lady Liberty. So anyway, but just watching Steven get this bong on TV was it amused me. It amused me is what I'm trying to say. And I wanted to know. It was also October 3rd, of course, which is Mean Girls Day. As you remember in the movie, she says, on October 3rd, he asked me what day it was, and I told him day 3 of Trump's government shutdown. Also in illegal news, Caesar has decided to put his head on both sides of a coin. This is apparently illegal in America because we only do coins for dead people. But I mean, so long as he's willing to follow the law, I'm okay with it. Commemorative coin featuring Donald Trump's face will be released as part of America's 250th birthday celebrations. Only one problem: the coin could be illegal. And it has 2 heads. How do you flip a coin with two heads? Moving on. Moving on. We apparently have decided that we can just blow up anyone around the world. I know a lot of you are like, "That's not news, Eric." But Secretary of War Petey Pete Kegstand, he said earlier this morning on Trump's orders, I directed a lethal kinetic strike on blah, 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 blah. They blew up a boat in the ocean and they've blown up a few boats and they're just like, we're killing narco terrorists and people smuggling fentanyl. And then, people that know things actually come out and say, actually, none of our fentanyl comes from there at all. And, without due process, we don't know what these people do. We just got to take your word for it, and you're a liar. Former representative, I want to say here, attorney and former United States Representative Connor Lamb commented, Secretary Hegseth, in your next TED Talk about high standards, can you address why you lowered the standard against murder? No matter how fit or clean shaven we are, what does it mean if we have a forced killing of people we aren't at war with? So anyway, I thought Connor Lamb made a pretty good point there. A lot of people are saying Trump had a stroke. He's got a facial droop. And, do you really need to look? I mean, it's droopy, droopy, droopy dog, just drooping there on the front of the face. Try to do it. If you see the picture, you've got to, it's difficult to do. Crystal Ball very politely dismissed Tommy, whatever, this terrible person. She asked her, straight up, is there anything that's just gone too far? And Tommy was like, no, there's nothing these fascists can do that will be too far for them. And then Crystal Ball was asked about Bad Bunny playing the Super Bowl, and she says, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. He's a good musician and a Christian American. And Tommy was like, he is not an American. She's like, he's from Puerto Rico, dear. And Puerto Rico is America. And I would just like to reiterate to all the people out there, whenever you are debating a MAGA head chode, it is always a good idea to throw in a deer. I love girls fighting. I just do. It's fun times. Finally, we always like to close out with a nice heartwarming animal story for the news. And got a couple here. I know the rest of the news is just going to go with the easy one. Chunk, a towering brown bear with a broken jaw, swept the competition of the very popular Fat Bear Week this week. His first win, 1,200-pound bear called Chunk, is this year's winner of Fat Bear Week. And I mean, that's cool. Everybody knows I love fat bears. But, I was like, is that really, animal story enough for the Facebook for the blind crowd? And I thought, no, I don't think it is. I think we need this one from National Geographic. First of its kind footage reveals 3 endangered sharks mating all at the same time. That's
Hell
right.
yeah, Eric.
Shark thruple. Oh man, and it's not going to let me show the thing. Well, you just have to picture it. These three sharks.
Well, I'm picturing it, Eric.
I know you are. I know you are. And that wraps up the news for October 7th, 2025, leading to our wonderful, wholesome round 1 of average length from my
Round 1.
Wrong, Eric. Here comes my big, long, round one.
Got me.
Kicking it off with Bob Golden. And I'm going to be honest, I might have shared this meme last week, but I don't give a shit. It makes me chuckle. Which, here we go. Bob Golden at Bob Golden says, Bob's my nickname. Robert is my Nicholas name. And Julian says, that made me chuckle, Bob. Me too, Julian. Julian says, that made me chuckle, Bob. Glad to be a part of this. It's so weird. Next up, we have Moist Buddha. Friend of the show, Moist Buddha. Listen, he's keeping it moist. He's keeping it Buddha. Also, we have with him, this is a collaboration between our friend Moist Buddha and Trash Cam Paul, keeping it absolutely fucking nasty.
Wow.
It's a picture of a Furby smoking a cigarette next to a Beck's beer bottle, and it says, every time a Labubu is purchased, a Furby develops a drinking problem. That Furby looks half in the bag, too, man. Look at his eyes. Oh, here in preparation for Halloween, we see some folks already doing some trick-or-treating. Here's a nice Halloween bucket with a sign that says only 1 gabagool per child, and it's a bucket of gabagool.
Wow. And would you say gabagool? It's a smoked meat of some. It's a cured meat.
For our listeners, that's a smoked meat. At Bender Girlfriend, friend of the show, at Bender Girlfriend, She just simply says, "You're like a gay son to me."
I love my dead gay son.
JR at James Cyril 23 says, posting, "Wow, super problematic," under everybody's Halloween costume, and then responding, "I will not do the labor of educating you," when they ask for an explanation. An evergreen joke.
Love it.
Work, retire, die. Friend of the show, work, retire, die, says, congrats on hitting your Q3 numbers. Here's an even bigger Q4 number that you will be fired if you don't hit, you fucking moron. Peter, friend of the show, Peter at notalawyer.bsky.social says, probably the most embarrassing thing on earth is having to answer questions from an electrician. Quote unquote, "Where's your emergency disconnect? Sir, all I know is somehow we have put lightning inside the wires." And my last meme for round one. What's this round? The wholesome round.
Wholesome round.
It's from Burn These Memes, friend of the show, Burn These Memes, and it's a picture of Paul Simon standing next to some sort of demonic, awful monster,
Oof.
and like the classics album front, and it says Simon and Garfunkel
Oh,
because it's Guar, Eric. And
I
that's all I have
understand
for
that
round
reference.
one. Kicking it over to you, Eric.
I understood that reference. Cool. Doing the ostensibly wholesome round and kicking off with Reflectoria, who has reposted Dr. Jonathan Stay. At Jonathan Stay says, prank idea. Give everyone access to all the information in the world without teaching them to discern what's true. It's a knee slapper because it's true. Ron says, yeah, half the US can't tell fact from fiction right now anyway, so save yourself the trouble. Like, you know what? Why am I exerting all this effort? Moving on. Friend of the show and founding Zaddy, George Hussein Cruikshank, has posted this
No.
film idea from Film Derbernerm. And he's got a post from Adam Toole, which is the picture from Princess Bride of our favorite hero with the sword. And he says, meanwhile, at the Riyadh Comedy Festival, hello, my name is Pete Davidson. You killed my father. Prepare to laugh.
What?
Katie gets that right. Pete Davidson's dad was killed in 9/11.
Oh.
And then he just took a bunch of money from the Saudis, which is kind of funny. Not really, actually. Moving on. Here we have a nice XKCD comic. If you're not following XKCD, why are you even on the internet? What do you even use it for? XKCD has a cartoon here. It says measure twice, cut once, and has an XY graph. I love an XY graph. Measure twice, cut once, carpentry cardboard. Carpentry proverb. Woof. And we have here number of measurements, and at the top of the chart is surveyor, lots of measurements. And then below that, slightly surgeon, lots of measurements. Good carpenter, below them, careless carpenter, and below them, really bad carpenter. Finally, serial killer. Wild Green Memes for Ecological Fiends has a post from S. Dharmateg. And it is a text conversation with starting off with, "Are you Tim?" And the ostensibly Tim replies with a picture of a toad. It says, "Tim, I am not. Frog I have got. Happy I be. Frog unto thee. Frog has been shared. None shall be spared." And the original questioner says, "I found Tim, your number, and Tim's number differ only by one number. Tell me of this Tim, his number append, and to his phone a frog I shall send." These are not the frog memes you were looking for. Moving on, friend of the show and founding co-host Andrew Teedy, otherwise known as Class Squatch, has posted this delightful picture of a really well-dressed hot dog with cheese and looks like some green onions there and a bunch of ingredients. And he says, I honestly don't think we give big-backed individuals the credit they deserve for their ingenuity, because it's captioned, I really wanted a hot dog but didn't have any buns, so I used a baked potato instead.
Oh my God. Hell yeah.
Dude, I have thought about this all day.
That's excellent.
I know. I'm like, I got hot dogs. About halfway through here, and we got a picture. I'm not totally. I think this might be Edgar Winter rocking out. I could be wrong though. But it is a man with a white handlebar mustache and long hair and a microphone, and he is dressed like a rock star in front of a background of red cells in blood. And best and worst of Twitter too brings us this. It says the Tylenol entering a pregnant woman's body and teaching the baby about Pokemon and dinosaurs. I think it would look like that. Here at Laughing Librarian, in front of the show, John Rock, and I promise I'm going to try and quit my Laughing Librarian habit, said that first day of the semester, and as always, I allow a 3x5 note card. Today, a student shows up with this, surely enough, 3 feet by 5 feet. As precise as I am, apparently I never specified inches, and therefore, yes, it was allowed. Well played and lesson learned for me. And I'm like, damn. Somewhere in the comments, she said, I told him I have to take a picture of this, though. So she's got his hand slightly over his face, but that's amazing. I'm like, I like this idea too. You know, if I'd prepared a 3 foot by 5 foot note card for all my tests, I probably would have passed them all, aced them, just prepping it. Here we have a picture of Vincent Price from 1964, and he is quoted as saying, I don't play monsters, I play men besieged by fate and out for revenge. And I would just like to point out, if you see someone and you're like, man, they're a monster, maybe they are men besieged by fate and out for revenge. Maybe. Anyway, just a thought. Got about 2 more here. Friend of the show, Christian Unakis, has captioned this one, I haven't been dreaming big enough. And I don't know if any of us have, really. Here we see Chad, and he says, me with a time machine. I am going to smoke a cigarette in the mall. Oh, man. I am going to put it out in one of those black sand ashtrays. Moving on, finally, United Goose memes. And if you're not following United Goose memes, where are you getting your goose memes? Big picture of a yacht, and it says, hey, have you guys seen J.K. Rowling's $19 million yacht? And by you guys, I mean orcas. And that has been my ostensibly wholesome round 1. Back to you, Michael, for an alleged second round.
Yeah, here we go. Kicking off round 2, the ostensibly second round. We have friend of the show, Daily Bez, Ashley Bez at Daily Bez. This is a picture of a bronze statue of Charlie Kirk sitting at a table holding a microphone with his hand out like he's arguing.
Oh, yeah. Hilarious.
Ashley says, and again, this is a bronze sort of a deal. Ashley says he would be so mad if he knew what color they made his skin.
Oh, snap.
All right, next up. This is, listen, whoever made this meme, I can't read your name at the bottom, so I'm sorry.
Oh.
Eric, how would you describe this?
Well, it's 5 guys that are, I mean, they're interlocked and they're holding something of the person to the left of them and to the right of them. But I mean, I can't even come up with anything. Dude's dicks. They're all holding dicks in a circle.
So
it's like
yeah,
daisy
it's like
chain.
all they're holding is just like a circle, but like it definitely just looks like some sort of circle jerk, and they're all different colors.
Yeah.
And it's like primary colors, and it's like
And
very.
all the guys have dicks capable of getting 2 large man hands around. You know, I mean that's
So I'm not going to make any jokes about that, Eric. But what I am going to say is this is some sort of circle jerk, and in the middle it says "We are all Charlie." Oh, this is an important PSA for our listeners. It says, everyone be sure to check your kids' Halloween candy for autism. And we see someone's cut open some sort of a chocolate bar, and in the middle there's a Tylenol.
Oh God.
Careful out there, everybody.
Mhm.
Alex Smith, friend of the show, Alex Smith at mine if I will do it. Will do Anyway, he says my girl just pressed the fucking barrel of a 44 Magnum against my skull and made me beg for my life. She's such a Libra, lol. Adam, friend of the show, Adam Chahine underscore says, nice high beams, bro. Do you want to see an unregistered firearm? And Stepbro.Steve, friend of the show, Stepbro.Steve is listening to Thin Lizzy. And he shows a YouTube video here called How to Play Harmonica the Blues. It looks like I don't know, like a 17-year-old playing the harmonica in what looks like a pretty small house or apartment. And Joseph Bulyaki, he says, what the hell am I doing here? I have a test tomorrow. I don't even have a harmonica. We've all gone down that rabbit hole. And my last meme, my last meme for round 2, the ostensibly second round, comes to us from Whale Fact, friend of the show, Whale Fact, at a Whale Fact, who says very few whales can do a kickflip. But also, very few skateboarders could eat 40 million krill in one day. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. That's all I've got for round 2, the ostensibly second round. Kicking it back to you, Eric.
All right. Not quite set up. You're so fast. You're so fast. I bet you hear that all the time. This this
Thanks for
round,
making it weird, Eric.
it's my job. This round brought to you by my latest discovery, Kay Verity's art. And if you're not paying attention to Kay Verity's art, you should be, because she's funny. They, I don't know. Here we have a blue tiger with a scorpion tail and horns on a great Facebook for the Blind color schemed background with a moon and pink clouds and cherry blossoms. And it says, "Fuck you, make me." And I gotta tell you, it's my
Hell
new,
yeah.
it's my new spirit totem. I immediately messaged him and was just like, I just have this picture up like on my screen and I just keep looking at it all day for strength. Fuck you, make me. Go visit Kay Verity's art. Kay Verity art. Yeah. Yeah, you can find her anywhere. Here, a post from founding Zaddy, George Hussein Cruikshank, who has a picture of just multiple pictures of Seinfeld going, ah, and just all overlaid. And it says, white dudes over 40 discovering Puerto Rico is an American territory. Ah. Friend of the show, Craig says, bro, wait till they find out about Guam. Absolutely. Friend of the show, Stephen Abrams says, FYI, the official definition of a shithole country is a country that zip ties children. In case you're updating your glossaries out there, zip ties children. It's a short definition. Here we have some panels from graphic novels. I don't know how many of you know that Michael and TD really love graphic novels. I like graphic novels. They really love graphic novels. This one in particular, though, is Deadpool and Wolverine. So I thought they might enjoy this. But
I love it.
Deadpool is saying to Wolverine, he murdered a kid. Wolverine says, he saved the world. We saved the world. Deadpool says, that doesn't help me. He says, Wolverine says, nothing can help you, Wade, because you're in this for all the wrong reasons. Let me save you a few years of psychotherapy and boil down your real dilemma. You're a tick, a blood-sucking mercenary with no heart, motivated solely by money. Deadpool says, yeah, but I never killed a kid. And then we have the final score, Deadpool 1, Israel 0.
Oh.
That was pretty cold for Deadpool. Moving on, Grizel Alexandre. Grease Alexandre, I'm not really sure how to do that, has this post, 6 panel that are the primary enemies of American presidents. George Washington, the British. Lincoln, the Confederacy. FDR, Nazis. JFK, communism. Bush, terrorism. Current, Portland, Oregon. Yes, Portland, Oregon has joined the list, the president's enemy list, just below Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
You guys better watch your P's and Q's. So silly. And finally, friend of the show, Jesse Het, breaking news. Antifa have stolen the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. They are driving it around and beeping the horn. They are going to crash it into the Statue of Liberty. They are building a big ramp so they can crash the Wienermobile into the butt area of the statue, Dukes of Hazzard style. This has been your round 2 news update. Back to you, Michael.
It's very important, timely news. Thank you. Somebody should do something about that.
I think so.
Here's a meme I stole from somewhere, and it says it's the Born to Forced to format. And it says Born to, and there's a picture of a Coors Banquet and like what looks to me to be like a 1979 Trans Am,
Okay.
gold wheels. It's fucking beautiful. So that's what we're born to do. We're forced to, and it's a 4:30 a.m. alarm, a black cup of coffee, and Excel spreadsheets
Oh.
or Google X.
Ugh.
Yeah. Here we have honestly a cartoon I've never seen before. But it looks like a standard meme format that we're going to see more. And it's this guy, cartoon of a guy speaking to a crowd. They all have their hands raised. And he says, "Who wants to turn they swag on?" Everybody wants to. And then he says, "Who wants to hop up out of the bed?" And nobody wants to. James Nielsen, friend of the show, James Nielsen at Lil
hey,
Yeet
James.
X. He says, "Bro, you remember being like 8, no phone, no MP3 player, completely unprepared, just showing up to school with a Lunchable, like, fuck it. Whatever happens today happens." Uh, you got AIDS, yo. Says swamp
Whoa.
ass is caused by excessive sweating, not by improper wipe, not by improper wiping. Sorry. Let me start again. You got AIDS, yo. Says swamp ass is caused by excessive sweating, not improper wiping. So Brilliant Garlic 69 replies, "So what do I have? Mud butt?"
Oh my gosh.
It's
So bad.
so stupid.
So stupid.
Sorry. Power on Don at Psych, yeah. He says the first guy who heard a parrot talk was probably not okay for several days.
Oh boy, that's for sure. Holy crap.
Alex at underscore unwell says calling things bogus kind of fell off, even though the forces of bogusness are stronger than ever in society.
That is faux show.
Oh shit. I think I have 2 more. Sophie Halili at literally Sophie said kidnappers stand no chance against my skincare routine. If they grab me by the neck, I will just slither out like a wet hot dog. And my last meme for round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most, by the way,
Oh my.
comes to us from 100 Natty Longlegs 100 at Bavboy Cadge, who's retweeting what the fuck Tarky, who says, "Who the fuck made this?" And we see a mannequin head with like a beanie made out of recycled pants, I guess. I don't know. It's really strange to look at. In the front is the button from the pants, and in the back is a single pocket.
I think it is bedazzled. That's the word.
It's also bedazzled. That's definitely happening here. Natty Longleg says, "When y'all see me wear my genie with my George, mind your business." Genie in place of beanie is chef's kiss good. And that's all I have for round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. Eric, what do you got?
Oh my gosh, so many good things. So many good things. Friend of the show, George Hussein Cruikshank, is back in it to win it. Oh, wait, is this not showing? Oh, why is that not showing? There we go. Wait, one more time. There we go. Friend of the show, George Hussein Cruikshank in the show again with a picture, a cartoon lion with a pair of sunglasses on. And it says, the lion doesn't concern himself. He's holding up a pizza with how much he disappoints his dad. That's just the good wisdom right there. Matt Mason, Ministry of Memes, has this post from Gary Bapp. Says, my favorite quote of the day is, Bad Bunny is more American than the First Lady.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's true. Moving on. Devine Kerr has, they should invest in a second Costco for people who haven't been in public before and know how to walk.
No shit. Costco is like, what's that one show, that one cartoon show that everybody likes? And I always want to call it Mork and Mindy, but it's not. It's two guys' names.
Oh,
One
Rick
of
and
them's
Morty.
like Rick and Morty. Yeah. Costco's like Rick and Morty. The thing itself is a great idea. It's great. The fans, I can't fucking stand them.
Sure. No, I agree. And they have really good mixed nuts. It's one of my favorites there.
Costco's fan base is fucking trash.
Yeah. They do. They stop in
Their
op-
fandom. That's what I want. Their fandom.
their fandom. Their fandom dumb.
All right, I'll quit interrupting your memes. Go ahead.
Boom. Matt Mason, Ministry of Memes, again, post from Kevin Walter says, you've heard of Elf on the Shelf, but you're ready for, and it's a skeleton on the gelatin.
I am not looking forward to this Halloween. I want you to know that these memes have downgraded Halloween for me.
Oh, dude.
You have like 6 more, don't you?
Don't lose the holiday spirit. Friend of the show, Jeffrey St. Clair, posts this from Jimmy Kimmel. I love the idea that Donald Trump is lecturing these guys on fitness. Listen up, generals. The Pillsbury Dough president wants you to do Pilates. If you get so fat you start breaking escalators, you are unfit to serve in the military. By the way, too, I don't know if you saw, there's a lot of good feedback of multiple angles of these generals just staring wide-eyed at the floor. I mean, a lot of hand on the head, just head, just, looks like that. And it says sooner or later, everyone has that moment. They realize that the commander-in-chief is a clueless, classless scumbag. It's like, yeah, it's kind of unavoidable. Oh, hey, fun from Chicago. This is Christy Noem getting turned away from a public restroom.
Hell yeah.
The city of Broadview, Illinois won't even let the feds in their building. Nope, sorry. Nope. Go somewhere else. Go pay. Pay someone. You go pay someone for the restroom. Here we have pictures of troops getting out of a National Guard bus, and it says National Guard returns from the Battle of Portlandia. And the soldier has a nose ring, earrings, a bong in his hand, blue hair, big tote bag full of books from Powell's books. He sees his kid running at him. He's like, dude. One of the soldiers in the background is carrying a guitar case and wearing a tutu. Some silk stockings. Is like, that would be funny. An extended post on the Portlandia front. I would like to see how that would work out. Moving on here, we have a picture of a sunflower, and it says, in a world full of angry and mean-spirited people, be a sunflower. Just not this one. This one looks pissed off.
It does look pissed off.
You look close, the petals are bent up like he's giving you the finger. I was like, I love it. I didn't realize I could make a sunflower pissed, but I can. The cartoon Pearls Before Swine has a little 8-panel here, and Pig and Goat are talking, and Goat says, did you know that 26% of Americans don't know the Earth revolves around the sun? Less than 40% can name 3 branches of government. 30% don't know the difference between astronomy and astrology. 1/3 of Americans don't know who delivered the Gettysburg Address. And 51% of Americans haven't read a book in the last 12 months. And Pig says, I don't understand. Yeah. Goat says, me neither. How in the heck did this happen? Pig says, no, I mean, I didn't understand percentages. Was somebody supposed to learn me that? Pig goes into Mouse and says, I saw Goat cry today. I'm Goat. I'm the Goat. That's me. Moving on, friend of the show, George Hussein Cruikshank has got a 2-panel from The Simpsons. We have Smithers and Mr. Burns about to go into a seedy looking joint that is labeled Elon's X. It says, perhaps there's some interesting peoples in here. And then we zoom into the strip club and we see Andrew Tate. We see a Confederate flag. We see two girls on poles that are just labeled OnlyFans. Bunch of chads with blue check marks. A bunch of guys giving Hitler salutes, and down in the corner, some kind of angry Bitcoin man. Which, honestly, if you were, I mean, X, formerly Twitter, in a picture, that is tight. That is tight. That is the best summary I have seen. Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, that's right.
Wild Green Memes for Ecological Fiends has a comic by Bird and Moon, and we have here a picture of an owl. It's a 4-panel with an owl. It says, feeling small and insignificant, meet the northern pygmy owl. It's only 6 or 7 inches long, but it sometimes catches prey more than twice its size. We see it sitting on top of a bird twice its size. And then it's a brave little creature that, whoa, go easy there, buddy. Now he's on top of a very large stack of animals twice his size. Oh no. Now he's on a moose. Oh no, little pygmy owl, buddy. And finally, for the third, the Laughing Librarian has a post from Sophia over it who says, I'm waiting to board my flight at the airport, and I just saw a woman finish her book, stand up, and angrily throw it at the trash can.
Yeah.
Oh, been there.
Me too.
And that is everything except for my post with the most. Michael, back to you. What do you got to round us out?
Yeah, this is it. Our post with the most comes to us from Zoomer, friend of the show, Zoomer, who retweets Eve Jobs. Picture of a pretty lady. Her name with the blue check mark is Eve Jobs. So Zoomer at Zoomy Zoom says, this is Steve Jobs' daughter, by the way. And I don't guess I ever knew that Steve Jobs named his daughter Eve Jobs, but this was retweeted by Shithead Steve and actually comes to us from Trash Can Paul. Trash Can Paul wants to know, imagine if he named her Foot.
Oh, God. That's one of the members of the Peanut Gallery has asked, what the hell is wrong with you people? And finally, my post with the most, rounding it out here with the sort of a Beatrix Potter style, I'd say maybe field mouse, standing on 2 feet, carrying a spear and a book under one arm. It says, born to dilly-dally, forced to fight fascists.
Yeah. These are the times we're born in.
Quite literally my most popular, giving me hope amongst my friends. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all the memes that are worthy to talk about for October 7th, 2025. To all our listeners out there in TV land, we love you. Mwah.
Love you, George.
And boop. Oh, we don't have Nan here. We don't have the boop. Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.